And
we
we're
are
live.
live. How you doing, Bargy Teen Cream?
Good. Oh, Ron's here.
Ron's spoof account is here.
Ron's spoofy account.
Yeah. Hi, Pat. How are you doing? Obviously, Bargy Tinkering and Wyatt are the same person.
No.
And then my favorite fan, Doc Holliday, he loves his 270 Winchester.
Icon has the tools
So.
pros trust.
Does Icon have the tools you trust?
What?
Does Icon have the tools you trust?
Yeah. I guess they do. How's everyone doing? Let's see you guys comment in the chat before we dive into where we're going to rank rifle company tier list, you know?
Darren.
Okay, so we've got Pat, we've got Darren's here. How you doing, Darren? Then we have Inhaled Fire. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. So, sorry if you hear some background noise. It's my family. Dust Runner. Good to see you, Dust Runner. All right, good to hear. Well, Wyatt, should we get this little shindig started?
We got a couple people here. Yeah, might as well.
Okay. Good. All right, well, then I'm going to share my screen. Hopefully I share the right one.
Hopefully.
All right. You guys let me know if this looks right. It looks blank, so that's good.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, mixed them up.
I did. I had to start over. It wouldn't let me put it back down below all the tiers. So I had to upload them again. It was really annoying. This website sucks.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So, John's here. Hey, John. I'm going to shoot 22 Creedmoor soon. So there'll be more of 22 Creedmoor coming. Wyatt, you need to shoot that 22 Creedmoor.
I'll probably do.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. So I'll have to juggle from going on the tier list website back to here so I can see your comments.
I can watch the comments and see how they're coming through and all, if you need that.
Okay.
Yes,
well,
I am keepers of the chat.
Any more 257 Weatherby content? Maybe. If you guys really want to see 257 Weatherby, I'm willing to pull it out of the safe and try it.
Have you done like an actual range day comparing the 257 and Weatherby and RPM?
I took it to the range the same exact time, but we did separate videos on it. That was when Bullets for Bucks was here. Hey, Man Cave Reloader is here. So now we can officially start.
Guys.
Because
there we go.
Basically owns every rifle from every company. He has experience with all of them.
It's right? A curse. I do a lot of buying, selling, trading, and the good thing is I get to try out a lot of different calibers and a lot of different rifle brands. So I have a ton of experience.
Good. All right. So let's just get right into this. Springfield Armory. I've only shot one Springfield Waypoint. I was thoroughly impressed. It was Justin's 300 PRC. Justin, where would you put the Springfield the Springfield rifles in the tier list?
So yes, just like yourself, I've only shot the one that I own. It's chambered in 300 PRC. They use BSF barrels, the same barrel that Weatherby uses on their 307 Alpine CT. And that thing is it's an absolute tack driver. And if you do research on the Springfield Waypoints, most people have the same experience. It's got a great. I think the only downfall I would say to that, and it's the same as my Weatherby 307, is it's got a 90-degree bolt throw, which I can live with. I'm used to that. But if they put a 60, 70-degree bolt throw, that thing would be flawless in my opinion.
One thing me and Wyatt kind of talked about is it's kind of a really niche company. I just don't know a lot of people that shoot a Springfield.
Yeah, the only one that I really have experience with is one from World War II, chambered in .6. Still shoots pretty well for an 80-year-old rifle, but.
Hey, Justin, how do you feel about me putting this in an A tier?
I would be on board with that. I would agree 100%.
I'm not ready to put it in S tier because I don't know, it's not well known enough, and I think I forgot that it has a 90 throw. So
yeah. Other than that, though, the gun it's great ergonomics. It's 100% reliable, and it's a tack driver. It's
sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we're going on to SIG, and the only experience I have is with one of your 6.5 Creedmoors, Justin. I thought it did just fine. It wasn't my favorite rifle, but I think it's really solid. What would you say about SIG?
Yeah. It's a niche gun because it's not your standard style stock. It's kind of got I'm trying to think of what they call it. It's got it's a folding stock, fully adjustable. It's kind of got chassis. Yeah, it's kind of a unique to SIG, and it's a solid gun. I don't really find myself grabbing it and shooting it a lot, but it's incredibly accurate. If you check out my channel, I've got a few videos. I believe a video and a short, and I've shot groups that were 1/4 inch with it, 18-inch barrel. So it's really accurate.
Yuck, 18-inch barrel.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Is it fair to say, is it being a little too harsh to put them in a B tier? Or would you put them in the A?
I mean, it's an incredibly accurate gun, but I don't love it. Like, it's not one of my I don't know what it is about it, but it's not one of my favorite guns. It's because it's a niche gun.
Here we go, another Ron account. Okay. No. Oddball guns here.
Across the seas, so jump across the pond.
Yes, Browning. We'll get to Browning. Don't worry. Wyatt's a huge Browning fan.
I love
He's
Browning.
A huge fanboy of Browning. Okay, let's go to Ruger. I have very little experience with them, and I really don't like them. I know Wyatt, you don't like them at all. You have any experience, Justin, with Ruger?
I do. Yeah, I owned a Ruger American Go Wild. It's the first edition Ruger American. It had a 24-inch Cerakoted barrel, and it was really accurate, but I hated the action. That's the reason why I got rid of it so fast is because I'd go over the top of a lot of rounds feeding, and I just didn't like the action on it. So I ended up getting rid of it. It was a really accurate gun, though. I have no experience with the Gen 2s.
Okay, Wyatt, do you want to let's hear your hot take. Go quick, though.
I mean, if you like broken plastic stocks, I mean, Ruger American Gen 2, that's your thing. I've seen probably so much about broken stocks on that thing and just feeding issues. So just not a reliable rifle platform, I would say. But I mean, when you got
brings up something pretty relevant. Everyone only talks about the Ruger Americans, but they have other guns. But I feel like they're no one really cares about the other offerings.
You have Hornady backing the American like none other. Like, it's a diamond like that. I don't know. You got Hornady. That should say.
And I have heard great things about the Hawkeye, but I don't know anybody that owns one. And when you look at the price point, I think they're right around like $1,000 to $1,200 range. And there's just so many options, in that range. But yeah, I can't say anything good or bad about the Hawkeye.
Okay. I only have really terrible things to say about the American Gen 2. I absolutely hate it. I hate the magazine. I hate how it feeds. I'm putting it in the D tier. Sorry, Ruger fans.
I'm right there with you, man.
Okay. Yeah, I think this. I think the love of Ruger American Gen 2 is kind of wearing off on a lot of people. Anyway,
I
let's
agree. I've seen a lot of negative reviews recently on them.
let's go with another company I don't have a lot of great things to say about, Bergara. Have you have any experiences with Bergara, Justin?
Yeah, I had a 6.5 PRC. The second time I took it out, the ejector broke on it, on the bolt. So I had to, yeah, I was very disappointed because I had to wait like 2 weeks to get a new one. I was super excited to go shoot it. And the second time I took it out, it broke. And so
Okay.
that was for me, that was just a red flag.
I feel like Bergara was like really hot before COVID, and then like a lot of companies, but I feel like they've really struggled since post COVID in their QC. And I'll be honest, guys, whenever I see a 7 PRC shoot terrible on YouTube, I would say 90% of the time it's with a Bergara rifle.
Interesting.
I thought you were going to say
Yeah.
Tikka.
No, we'll get to Tikka. You're just trying to make everyone mad. I'm going to put Bergara. I think this is a very fair place to put Bergara in the C tier. How do you guys feel about that?
Yeah, I think they have some. I think it's called the Premier Action. It's kind of the step up. I think that's a solid. From what I hear about it, I've never owned one. They're for the most part, they're accurate rifles, but you do hear QC problems, or not QC problems, but a lot
They're just not
of like the
accurate.
ejector. Yeah. Well, I hear mixed reviews on the accuracy. So I haven't really seen anything on the 7 PRC, but
Well, just yeah. Look up 7 PRC bad accuracy, and it's all like from Bergara rifles. D Rambo, I love you, Rambo. Doesn't get better for factory than Tikka or Seekins. Come on, he's being sarcastic, by the way. Okay. Well, speaking of Seekins, okay, I did one of these tier things like a year ago on someone else's channel, and I just talked Seekins up so much because of Big Timber's like Unicorn PH2. And I said it might be the best rifle company out there, and I put them in S tier. However, since seeing more PH2s and all of the QC issues with the PH3, I want to kind of put them at an A tier. Justin, you had a PH2. What were your thoughts on the PH2?
Yeah, so I had a 6.5 PRC, and then I had a 7 PRC. 7 PRC, I think I had on my channel. I did a Tikka versus Seekins review, and it was a shooter, but my 6.5 PRC was a quarter-inch, half quarter-inch gun. It was super accurate. The 7 PRC, I never got that accuracy, but it was a sub-MOA gun, and I really like the action on them. I like the stock, but
isn't it a 90-degree bolt throw?
That was the kicker.
Hey, they changed that on the PH3. It's a 6.
Yeah, but the PH3 has so many QC issues right now. So
yeah, I don't have any.
I would love to put them back into S tier once they figure out their PH3. This company's not even on. We're not going to talk about them. All right, should we move on? All right, Wyatt, let's get your hot take on Savage.
Are we starting with the Axis and all? So sure. Axis, it's a $300 rifle. Oh, really? Sorry, I got my boy with me. It's a $300 rifle and behaves as such. I think like their action is very, very rough to use. Like I've seen people struggle getting the bolt to go up just on regular factory ammunition, nothing over pressure or anything. And it's like they're jamming it up to try to get it to clock over. I mean, they're trigger and button press to get the bolt out. I mean, why? Like, I get someone worked really hard on that and avoided probably what was it? Some patents with it. But no one's copied it for a good reason. It sucks. It sucks to
Hate
handle.
taking the bolt
I
out of a
agree.
Savage so much. It is terrible.
And
I think Awesome Dude has it. Savage is trash, but Awesome as a budget platform to build on. I will say this about Savage. Their barrels usually shoot well, minus the Savage Axis. Savage Axis is not really redeemable, in my opinion.
Hey, why would you say that? Would you put that on the same tier as a Ruger American Action? Like, or what are your thoughts there? I don't think I've ever shot an Axis before.
The Axis, like, just because of the whole package, like, I hit the blade trigger. And I would say the Axis has, like, if you're moving the action forward and back, it's smoother than, say, the Ruger American. I haven't heard of any stock splitting issues with it. So I would put the Axis above the Ruger American.
This is also true. He's coming in with all the truth. The magazines are absolutely terrible. So, funny story. I have a Savage Axis that's a 270. I hate it. Shoots terrible. It's really light, so the recoil is not fun for a 270 Winchester. And then my dad got this fancy Savage Ultralight, I think it is.
Yeah, 28 Nosler.
Has the exact same magazine as the Savage Axis.
Really?
Yes.
What?
The same crappy.
That's like a $1,400 gun, isn't it? Is that the one with the proof barrel? Yeah.
Yeah. You're literally paying for the barrel and nothing else for that Savage.
Oh my heck.
Anyway,
I will say the 110, like, it is very much more refined than the Axis. However, like, it's pretty much everything's the same. It's just everything feels polished.
I actually just picked up
Okay.
a 110.
I'm putting Savage in a C
Savage
tier.
110.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay.
Not feeling
Yeah, if Savage would just improve everything except for their barrels, they would be good. Basically, they need to improve everything. Yeah.
That's simple.
Now the Savage
Okay.
Impulse, like, I'm looking at this next. Go to the next comment really quick on the Impulse. I haven't ever shot one. Well, this is what Oddball Gunman. Yeah, that Impulse I'm actually kind of curious on because
That's the push feed, right?
Yeah, it's straight pull. Yeah.
Yeah, straight pull. Yeah.
So I'm curious on those ones if they'll ever really take off here in the American market because I hear they're pretty big over in Europe.
How is Ruger D
Yeah.
grade? Seriously. Ruger is 1.5 to 2 notches above Savage because I hate the Ruger American Gen 2. That's why.
Yeah,
Sorry.
and if you liked cracks and broken plastic stocks, then yeah, I could see it being higher if you like that.
The Savage is in the C tier because of the 110 being a good budget rifle, but you just got to know what you're getting into with the Savage rifle. Anyway, let's get to the next company.
I know Austin
personal
has some experience with them.
If there was an F tier,
a Z tier, like
Mossberg has tried, but failed miserably for the budget gun.
You pronounce that wrong. That is Mossberg.
Mossberg, sorry. I said Savage. I meant Mossberg,
that.
the Mossberg, the Mossberg Patriot. That's what I had. But yeah, basically, the best part is how you're able to make it into a custom gun. I mean, you shot the Mossberg Patriot in 7 PRC, Wyatt. I assume you haven't Man Cave Reloader. I've never owned a Mossberg yet. Don't say yet. Just say I will never.
Yeah.
Just no. There are better places to put your money, like Monsters in the Morning. Better.
There you go.
All right,
I go
let's
for
go
the
to
Alanis.
Wyatt's baby Browning. I'll start off. I have a lot of respect and admiration for Browning because they are ahead of the curve in offering updated twist rates, a little bit more free bore, longer magazines for the standard old cartridges so it can compete with the new ones. Specifically like 7 Rem Mag or 270 Winchester now come with fast twists in all the Brownings. Not all the Brownings, but you know what I mean.
The long range variants.
Yes.
Yep.
So I have a ton of respect. They're just a very solid rifle. The only bad part of Browning is that stupid trigger that's like 5 pounds.
Yeah.
I dig.
I know
the
you can adjust them, right? Like, I mean, you can only adjust them so
You can
much though
adjust
before
them.
you have to adjust the spring.
I put the M Carbo spring kit in mind and got it to 2.5 pounds and no problems. Like it makes a night and day difference. And then there are like jarred triggers out there that have it for the DLX and the original feather trigger. But I mean, it's a crisp trigger. I really like it. 60-degree bolt throw, 2-position safety with a bolt unlock button. So that makes it nice. Lock the bolt when you're hiking around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've liked them. They may not be like the most forgiving of say like finding accuracy with them, but if you have good components, you're gonna find something that shoots out of it. I mean, we had some of those cutting edge bullets, 230 cutting edges, and they never shot over 3/4 of an inch out of my X bolt. So that
Nice.
load specifically, like I would say, sub 3/4 MOA rifle, hands down with that load.
Nice.
So, I mean, I really like them. I'm trying to think of the one thing I wish they could do is get an ACIS pattern magazine in there. I think they've done it in the past for some of their target models, but in their long actions for like 300 PRC, that would be money for me.
Nice. Yeah, my
Sorry,
only
dude,
experience is my my buddy has a X-Bolt Hell's Canyon 270 short mag, and so I reload for him and worked up a load with the 130 SST, and that thing is a tack driver. I enjoy shooting it. It's a fun gun, and I love the bolt, the 60-degree bolt throw.
Mm-hmm.
And even the A bolts, like the A bolt 2, A bolt 3, there is still a good following for those. I was gonna say, you better not put that in a B tier. That is an A tier at minimum.
Sorry, that trigger takes it down 2 tiers.
That is remediable.
Just teasing. Okay. Well, this will be a fun topic. There is for me, I'll start. Fierce is either hot or really cold. I've seen it with, Wyatt, your 6.8 Western, I think it's an extremely solid gun. Shoots tiny groups most of the time. A very solid rifle. The problem is you're not always going to get that in a Fierce. And I just have seen some pretty poor shooting Fierce rifles. And I think the biggest problem with Fierce is they've put too high expectations for their guns. They make
half MOA guarantee, or
some of their guns are half MOA guarantee. And like, for example, my dad's 300 PRC is a half MOA guarantee gun. And out of like 150, maybe 200 rounds, it has shot just 3-round groups, right? 3-shot groups. It has shot half MOA or smaller 3 times out of like 150 rounds. That's not a half MOA gun. Honestly, it's a decent sub MOA gun, but just out of the expectations they have, I think it's hit or miss, and a lot of times lately it's been miss. So I think it's very favorable putting them in the B tier. What do you guys think?
I don't have that much experience. I mean, I had a Fierce Edge. It was one of the older ones, one of the good ones, and that was a good shooter.
Did you get rid of that rifle?
Yeah, I made a little money on it, so.
You turd.
Hey. But so that was I loved the action on it, and it was 3/4 MOA or better easily. So, but I've seen so much negative stuff on the newer ones.
Yeah. So the funny thing with that one, so the Edge that you had and Fury, they're both, and then even my Rage model that I have in my 6.8 Western, they're all Sako 85 style actions. And those ones, the Edge and Fury, are night and day different from the one that I have in the Rage. Those Edge and Furies came out of Canada and were imported. And just buttery smooth actions, really good action, really good rifle. And it's really what gave Fierce their name. But I would dare say, like, they grew really quick off of that name, and we're having to learn how do we keep up with the demand. So,
all right, let's go with Justin. Do you have any experience with Sako?
I don't. That's one that I've never. I mean, it's been 20 plus years. One of my friends had a 300 Ultra Mag like 20 years ago, and I can't even remember what model it was. It was a good shooter, but that's all the experience I've ever had. I don't have anything with the newer stuff.
I've only heard amazing things about Sako. It's like the luxury version of a Tikka. You know, if you said, you know, if Tikka is Toyota, then Sako is Lexus. It's just very good and solid. So I'm gonna have to go by what everyone says. I'm gonna put it. It's gonna be the first. Oh, not a B tier. It's gonna go in the S tier, just by its reputation. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I based off of what I've seen on, just watching YouTube reviews and watching people. I mean, yeah, they're all tack drivers. They're solid guns for sure.
Yeah. All right, Tim's coming in with a hot take. We've had some discussions on his live stream about Bergara.
No, but still, lot to lot, you can get some huge variances, and who your supplier is.
Tim, we haven't even talked about Weatherby. Stop it. You're going to be last. All right. I'll get this out of the way. There we go. You're pretty solid. Just teasing. Okay, I'll start first.
I'm getting off this call. I'll skip.
I have a ton of respect, and I think Tikka is one of the best for the price rifles you can get. However, they are not perfect. If you get it in a high recoiling Magnum, then you start seeing the weaknesses of a Tikka. I just watched Ron Spomer's video, and that was a Tikka and a 300 Win Mag, and it shot terrible. It makes my 340 Weatherby Deluxe look good. Get it? Why do you want to go into like how Tikka makes some of the best in certain cartridges?
Yeah, so I would say they're the standard bolt face and short action king for anything. Like if you want to build off of that and to make a rifle, like I think it is very solid. If you're doing say like 300 Wisdom and 270 Wisdom, you start kind of getting, I guess, on the edge, and you may want to go a little bit heavier on the stock and everything. But short action cartridges, 6.5 Creed, 6 Creed, 243, 22 Creed, whatever, and 06, 270.
270. Yeah,
like nothing to complain about. They are great, common. Like they're gonna do everything you ask of them, and I mean, except for maybe shoot 300 PRC, but choosers.
And I feel like the 7 PRC in a Tikka is hit and miss. I've seen some really good shooting ones like Man Cave Reloaders with hand loads. And then I've seen
Yeah.
some that are like, come on, Tikka, like what's going on here?
Luckily, I hand load because if I bought that rifle off the shelf and went and bought factory ammo for it, I would have been really disappointed in it because I couldn't get any factory ammo to shoot that well. And even my hand loading, the load I ended up settling on, it wasn't what I wanted, you know. And we tried a lot of different loads in that thing. But
Everything Rambo posts is sarcasm. Okay, so he likes riling up the Tikka fanboys.
No, but Tikka makes a very good and reliable rifle. Like,
Mark is in timeout for saying Sako is not great.
I agree. Like the price point, a $750 to $800 rifle, that's gonna it's gonna shoot. Like you say that the stocks on them, there's some cheap parts on them, but they shoot.
Oh, here's another gripe about them. So if you want a painted stock from Tikka, double the price.
Yeah, the rough tech series are like $1,200 to $1,400.
Yeah.
So no, it's at where it starts. It's really hard to beat rifle, especially in short action and like just a standard long action 473 bolt face. They're very solid. So let me put them where I really think they are. Oh, this is gonna really make people mad. I'm putting them in A tier just because they don't do as well in the Magnums. I just don't think they're designed great for the Magnums.
I've got a surprise coming up too, fellas.
What?
I just picked up an old T3 and 300 Wisdom.
Ooh.
So it's we'll see how it works out, but
yeah, I think it's gonna.
I'm excited.
My brother has a Tikka and 270 WSM. It's an absolute tack driver. So
awesome.
I'm excited about that one. I really am.
Okay.
I don't. We'll see.
Let's go to Winchester. I personally, I really like Winchester. I think they're a little stuck in like the like 30 years behind everyone else, but I have so much respect for the Model 70. I think they're a solid rifle. Nothing amazing, but solid. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, I've got it's actually my dad's. It's essentially mine now, but it's a Model 70 Classic Hunter, stainless barrel, 26-inch barrel, chambered at 300 Win Mag, and it shoots. It's a great shooter, and yeah, I love the action on it. I don't have any experience with the new XPRs. So.
I have 2 of them.
Okay.
Yep, I have 2. I have one in 06 or 30-06, and then I have one in 7-8.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I have both of those. I think they're solid. If I were to describe them, I mean, they have a 60-degree bolt throw. Their safety and bolt release is the exact same as the Sako 85 action. So I like to say it's the Sako 85 from Wish or Temu, however you want to put it.
Hey, Wyatt, do you have something? Is your phone volume up? I can hear an echo from you.
How's
you guys
that?
hear the echo?
No,
now I'm hearing.
Is that better?
No, I can still hear an echo. Can you guys hear an echo?
I can hear an echo.
That's weird.
Yeah. Is that better? Nope.
No.
Let me try.
Let's see.
That's
Comments.
annoying.
Can you guys hear an echo?
Hello. Yeah. Who? Let's see. Does that fix it? Nope.
I'm not hearing anything on my end.
Faint
I'm
echo.
just
It's
hearing
faint.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, can you mute yourself, Wyatt, and see if it fixes it?
Yeah. Let me mute.
Testing. I can kind of still hear it. What is going on?
Let's see. No. I don't know. Anyways, we'll just we can just ignore it and do our best.
Sorry, guys,
Looks-
but they haven't said anything about it. Oh, they do.
Oh yeah,
I have no
there's a
echo here.
little.
I hear the echo. Pat does. Awesome dude says there is an echo. Sorry, guys. I don't hear it anymore.
I don't either. I don't know.
That was weird. Okay. Anyway, back to Winchester. I'm gonna put
We
them
didn't even
B.
talk about, or yeah, but yeah.
We'll
no,
say
like
I picked up an XPR. It was the Renegade long range model in the store just like a couple days ago. A local store had a couple used ones, and I was impressed with that bolt. It was impressive, honestly.
I think I know
60
which
degrees,
one
isn't it?
I
It was
think I know
chambered in
which one
300 wisdom too.
Oh, I'm curious on
I
that.
almost pulled the trigger on it. Yeah.
Yes, the new Model 70s are made in Portugal, and they kind of seem to be hit and misses right now. I've seen some good ones, but I've also heard some bad ones too.
One thing I will say about, we were talking earlier today about Winchester, kind of pulling like what Weatherby's doing with the Mark V, and trying to revamp the Model 70, say into something that's newer and up to date. And we kind of talked about doing like a Model 75. Still keep the controlled around feed. Still keep like what everyone loves about a Model 70, but do a 75-degree bolt throw to kind of accommodate those bigger scopes. And put some more modern stocks on it. Like Browning's their sister company. You can make it happen. Like you can get everything going for it there and make something that would be just solid.
Okay, so Awesome said Desert Dog Outdoors mentioned that the Portugal's ones are the worst. I disagree with them because I've shot a super grade Model 70 and I had zero issues with it. And it shoots pretty darn well for being in 270 Winchester. So consistently shoots sub MOA, a lot of times 5/8 groups. So
Let's see there. Let's see.
No problem with Winchester.
Yeah.
I just think they're a little outdated, their rifles.
But at the same time with the Model 70,
Anyway.
I think it's that nostalgic rifle that like I want that maple super grade. Like really bad.
Yeah, my classic
rifleman's
Hunter.
rifle.
I'll never get rid of that thing.
Yeah. We got some Ruger fans that are not very happy with us. Sorry, guys. We just don't like the Ruger American Gen 2. All right.
Oh,
Ooh, Remington.
what was it that they did with the Gen 1? They pulled like a Ram Classic with the Gen 1 and put it on a different company name, but it's the Ruger American Gen 1. I don't get it.
Let's go with the Remington. I mean, if we were doing this 50 years ago, they would be. I'd have to give them a lot of respect and probably put them in an A tier. They're like the top dog. They forced Winchester to go to a push feed, right? But unfortunately, Remington is, it's not good right now. So I put it in the D tier.
Yeah, all my experiences with the older ones, the good ones. I had a 30-06 that was a fantastic gun. Great shooter back in the day.
So it looks like we got some Ruger M77 fans.
Dude, the most recent videos I've seen on a M77 are 2 years old. So
I don't know anyone.
I don't hear a lot
an
about them.
M77. Yeah, look, the Remington is a historic company that unfortunately is in the dumps right now.
through everything.
Yeah.
Ooh, DoobTube, you will not like my opinion on the Ruger number 1. We won't go there. I think it's a Ruger number 1. Ruger number 1 is a really cool rifle for what it's worth. I do think it is.
Yeah, I shot one years ago, chambered in a 25-06. One of my buddies had one, and that thing was a tack driver. But that's the only
Really?
experience I have. Yeah, it was an accurate rifle.
See, I've seen and I've heard that the new ones are not good.
Yeah,
Accuracy
this one
wise.
this one was 20 years old at least. The one that we shot.
We all know why. I'm not sure what you mean. Okay. Gunworthy Gill does not like it. I am definitely not too hung up on latest stuff. I am reloading Weatherby.
The latest stuff. Okay.
You can that
Well, I think
that is definitely the case for Man Cave because he usually gets a PRC or a Creedmoor, and then Wyatt's obviously a Hornady fanboy too. So not me. Okay, I am a boomer stuck in a 30-year-old body. Okay.
well, I think that's what makes all this relevant is we're talking about the new stuff, right? I mean,
Yeah.
all these gun makers, they've all transitioned and adapted, but we're talking about the new what they're doing now.
Yeah, because if you're
Not
not
in-
selling a rifle brand spanking new, because like all these Ruger M77 guys are saying, yeah, you're not going to find a new one, or the guys don't want to sell them. It's like, well, they obviously stopped making them for a reason. Let's put it that way.
Or they
And
don't
you're not
make a lot.
gonna find- Yeah, like it's yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool thing. They recently released the Hawkeye and 35 Whalen, so that's pretty cool. Guys are shooting stuff from the 40s. Hey, I love the M1 Garand. Okay.
I love the 1903 A3 that I've shot. That is one of the rifles I demand to get
Yeah.
when my dad passes away.
This is a great comment. Basically, everyone's copied the Remington 700 and made it better.
Yeah.
So, not that much older.
I'm not even 30 yet.
Yeah, I agree.
I've definitely got the most experience here, boys. When we're
With
talking
what?
years,
Okay.
Just my age.
Okay.
Oh,
I think Howa makes a very solid gun rifle. I apologize I didn't have it in here. I would put Howa as I think it's a very very good argument to put him in the A tier. Have any of you had a Howa rifle other than maybe buying a Weatherby Vanguard?
I have a Howa 1500 mini action that's in a 6
Mhm.
arc. It's a good shooter. I mean I think it's a solid gun. I don't know if I would put Howa in the A tier. I don't have enough experience to say, but I do think they're solid actions. Yeah, like you said, I had a Weatherby Vanguard years ago that was a 257 Weatherby that was, obviously based off the Howa action. It's a great action.
Yeah. Look, I'd like to see the Ruger 77 Hawkeye become more popular because it is a control round feed. It's a cool gun, but I just don't think it's really relevant right now, unfortunately.
Yeah, I agree with you. We mentioned it earlier. The reviews I've seen on them are all older. The guns were accurate, but I think that in the price point where they come in at, there's just so many other options.
Yeah. All right. I'll let you guys talk about this company before I give my very biased opinion. Who wants to go first?
Go ahead, Wyatt.
Okay. I like where Weatherby's going these days. I think they have something for everyone to get into their cartridges, which I really appreciate. Like you can get a Vanguard at a very affordable price. If you want to step it up, you step it up to the 307, and if you want to step it up a little bit more to their premium, you can get a Mark V. And like there's some overlap there and everything. Like you can get a Mark V Live Wild for Mark V very, very affordably. And I think that's really freaking sweet. They shoot well. They're just like any other rifle, though. Like, the more recoil, the harder they are going to be to shoot. Hence the 340. I love in their Mark V that they're keeping the legacy of it, but also improving it and bringing in like carbon fiber stocks, or different stock designs that are more modern. Like if Winchester did that with the Model 7, I mentioned earlier, with like doing a Winchester Model 75, I think that'd be great. And I mean, they shoot.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. My go-to deer rifle for years was one of the original Weatherby Vanguards in 257 Weatherby, and that thing was a half, 3/4 MOA rifle. But now, yeah, like you said, I love what they're doing now, and I currently own the Weatherby 307 Alpine CT in 7 PRC, and I've got to say, it's an expensive rifle. It's like 20. You can get them for about $2,000, but price out a custom gun. I guess where I'm going with this is I think you're getting essentially a custom gun, right? You're getting a BSF barrel, you're getting a Peak 44 stock. You buy all that separately, Trigger Tech trigger, you're gonna be close to $3,000, honestly. Mid $2,800. So I think what they're doing there is fantastic. And then the Mark V series is phenomenal. So
Okay. Look, guys, I'm a big fanboy of Weatherby. And I do think they are getting better and better. I know the 307 for some time had some QC issues, but I've played with 307s in the last year, and they've been extremely good. I've had zero issues with them. So, you're gonna roll your eyes when I do this. Okay, y'all ready?
No.
I will say, going back to some of the knocks I had on some of the other manufacturers, the 307, if they had that in a 60-70 degree bolt throw, that thing would be just absolutely phenomenal.
That is my one gripe with the 307.
That's fair criticism.
Yeah. But everything about
90-degree bolt throw is
awesome.
very old school.
We don't do it. Like Fierce, it's a 70-degree bolt throw. It's a 700 style action. Like we don't need.
I love
we
this.
don't need a 90.
This. I'm trolling you guys so well. No way you're putting it over a Tikka.
Yeah. Have you seen the Vanguard?
Just so you guys know, Man Cave Reloader had that awesome 7 PRC in a Tikka. It shot half MOA with just one bullet and one powder.
Yep.
And when he got to shoot that 300 Weatherby in the Alpine CT, guess what he did? He went and got an Alpine CT. Guess what he got rid of? His Tikka.
Yes. Now, I will say I currently own...
No, I think the stream's ending. Sorry, guys. Have a good night. I'm just teasing. Go ahead.
No, that 307, that 307 Alpine CT is just, I mean, it's blown me away how accurate it is. But going back to the Tikkas, I do own a couple 6.5 man buns in Tikka, and I just picked up a 300 Wisdom. I'm excited to see how that does.
Yeah, Tikka's great.
The 6.5 Creedmoors that I own are just tack drivers. My father-in-law has a 270. It'll put core locks, 130 grain core locks in a 1/2 inch at 100 yards. So
if you guys love the old school cartridges and you just want good groups, go get a Tikka. Go get a Tikka, like in 270 or 30-06.
One thing that I will say with Tikka is like they're starting to get custom actions built. There's one that's going to be coming out here shortly, which took them long enough for how popular it's been getting. So it'll be interesting to see if Tikka gets pushed a little bit more here in the next few years if they want to.
I hope so. I just,
stuff. But yeah, like there's just some things with Tikka that rub me the wrong way. Let's see.
I'm Austin. I'm not Adam.
He's talking about Adam Weatherby.
Oh, right. You're right. Okay. All right, guys. I'm fine. We'll go there.
Yeah,
No,
I think they're doing some awesome things right now. So
Yeah. I think there's some good things that like Browning's doing to kind of push the industry as well, like the Veritech stock, traditional stock lines, but kind of gives you the chassis adjustability to where like you can adjust your length of pull, like cheek well, you can or raise and lower that a little bit, and then you have 2 grip positions. So if you watch Savage in the 110 line, came out with their interpretation of that same process or same feature set. So
nice.
just saying that.
Okay. We've got some upset Ruger fanboys. Do we want to reconsider putting Ruger maybe in C tier?
No.
There it is. Right next to the Mossberg and Remington. Come on. I'll throw a bone. We'll put it in C. Out of respect for the old M77.
Yeah, I like that.
Christensen Arms, F tier.
Yeah, I don't know if we want to talk about Christensen Arms, but I've owned a few of them, and I can give you my experience.
Do you own any more of them?
I don't.
Oh.
And I mean, we all know the 6.5 Creedmoor is one of the most just inherently accurate cartridges, right? So I ended up buying one. It was the MPR, the chassis build, and it had a 24-inch carbon barrel. I could not get that thing to shoot under 1.5 inches.
So before
I put in it.
Yeah, before I got my X-Bolt, I had an MPR and 300 PRC on order. And then I canceled it. I bought a truck and then went and bought my X-Bolt.
Smart move. I will say I contacted them and just let them know how bad the gun was shooting, and I shipped it to them. They paid for shipping, and I got it back within 2 weeks with a new barrel, and it shot better. I still wasn't. I got rid of it because I didn't trust it, but it did shoot on sub MOA after that.
I think Man Cave Reloader is going to be the one to be able to do this. He challenges you to try a Hawkeye.
Oh, I can, as much willing and dealing as I'm doing in the used market, I'll keep an eye out for one. Because I have heard great things about the Hawkeye as far as accuracy.
Okay. Do you guys feel pretty good with where we put this? Like, I'm trying not to be too much of a fanboy, and I put Weatherby down to the A tier. Okay, here's my question, Man Cave Reloader, because you do own quite a few Tikkas. Do you feel like it deserves to be an S tier?
I would say A tier, just because of the flaws, right? I mean, so what I think what most people love about him is the action, the triggers. Some people don't like I like the trigger. I can get it, every trigger, factory trigger, I can get it down to 2 pounds and it's crisp. And they the barrels. So the stocks on them are garbage. But other than that, if you just want a gun that you're gonna go pick up, like we talked about earlier, you go pick it up off the shelf in most chamberings, and you know it's going to shoot no matter what you put in it. I think it's definitely in it. I wouldn't put it in an S category. Yeah, in my opinion.
I'll see. I've got a bunch of Weatherby fans saying, "Oh, Weatherby is top shelf. Weatherby is fine in S." I mean, Tikka does offer a threaded barrel, but it's gonna cost you like double the price.
I think they started threading everything now. It's shipped over here, yeah.
I've been looking into the newer ones just to see what the pricing is on them, and I think the standard ones without the threading is like $700 to $750 now. With the threaded barrels, there's like $800 to $850 is what I'm seeing.
Yeah, and then if you want it painted, just double that.
Yeah, if you want the stock that has like that's painted and has some little speckled grips on it, yeah, you're gonna pay like $500 more bucks. the Rough Tech series.
For what it's worth, I do like that Rough Tech Ember. I think the orange Makes it look cool.
It was cool
even though
looking.
it's still a
Yeah.
really cheap stock.
Yeah. I do like the texture they put on that rough tack too. It's, but it's not worth what they ask for. And they put fluting on it and they flute the bolt. That's essentially what you're getting for the extra money. But honestly, the fluted bolt on the Tikkas, it's not near as smooth as just the classic Tikka action.
Mhm.
That's what that threw me off. I thought it was just mine, but then I went and tested some other fluted Tikka bolts, and they're still incredibly smooth, but they're not near as smooth as the traditional bolts.
Oh, another one that I've noticed just across the industry, a Cerakoted finish on like any action is always rougher than just say like a plain blued or raw like stainless steel.
Yeah, that's true.
I've noticed. So
Yeah.
We're not going to get into Bergara. We already had the expert come in here and say his opinion on Bergara barrels.
Yeah, Tim gave his opinion, right?
Yes, he did.
I thought they were like
all we
slow
need.
barrels. No matter if you put 70 psi through them, they're 100 feet per second slower than everything else.
Oh, yeah. Right. Oh,
Let's see.
Henry.
Oh, John 270 had a good one. Browning's accessories that come in the box are far better than Tikka's. The nice thing with Browning's as well is for any cartridge, they have a specific mag that's going to feed in that X bolt and feed very reliably.
Yeah.
So that is one great thing about Browning is they are picky that way.
I'm going to get rid of the stupid Discord. You're going to hear the pop pop in the background.
See, where is CVA?
CVA, I've just heard good things, which is funny because Bergara makes them.
I have a CVA Wolf. That's a muzzle loader.
Do you have any experience, Man Cave, with the CVAs? Hear me, Justin? No.
Blacking out. Well, my only experience with CVAs are muzzle loaders. So
I've seen CVA shoot pretty well, but I don't really have any experience with them. It's like Justin's gone.
there's another one. We forgot to mention the Browning bar. I feel terrible now because the bar looks so much fun.
Yeah, I've always heard I've heard good things. I mean, at the price point of a CVA Cascade, they seem to be decent. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, we lost Justin. His Wi-Fi went out, and my computer, I don't have it plugged in, and it's about to die. So
I've had mine plugged in, and I have an old battery.
yeah.
Like 10 years old on this laptop. It got me through college.
Nice. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming on. It was fun to talk. I know you guys, some of you were not fans of where we put them, but you know what they say about opinions. But everyone has them, and they all stink. So don't get too offended.
Someone said FN's top shelf, owned by Browning. Okay, it's almost midnight.
Shoot
Okay.
well, hunt close. Absolutely. All right, guys. Thanks for coming on, and we'll see you. Have a good night.